Study the transverse section of the midbrain. As you can see, this is the anterior part of the midbrain, which is having crus cerebri, and this is the posterior part, that is the tectum, which is having 4 colliculi. Now in this transverse section, what we can see is this cavity is the aqueduct of Sylvius, and we have to now imagine an imaginary plane which is passing through the aqueduct of Sylvius in a coronal manner, and it divides it into 2 parts, that is the large ventral part and a small posterior part. Small posterior part is tectum and large ventral part is called as cerebral peduncle. Now you can see there are 2 right and left cerebral peduncles, and each cerebral peduncle in turn consists of from ventral to dorsal side. This is crus cerebri. Okay. Then this is the, I think you can appreciate the dark pigmented curved line, that is substantia nigra, and this becomes the tegmentum. Now the structure of these crus cerebri and substantia nigra remains the same whether we study the section at the level of superior colliculus or inferior colliculus, but the structure of the tegmentum and that of a tectum differs. So let us see what is there in the crus cerebri. So in the crus cerebri, you can see this is nothing but the bundle of white fibers, and these fibers are coming from cortex and they are going to the spinal cord or the cranial nerve nuclei and also to the pontine nuclei, and there is a peculiar disposition of fibers. So this middle 2/3 part is occupied by corticospinal, corticonuclear fibers, whereas this medial 1/6 part is occupied by pontine fibers, that is the frontopontine, and the lateral 1/6 part by the parieto-pontine, temporopontine and the occipitopontine fibers. Let us see about the substantia nigra. You can see the crescentric or curved black colored ridge, and that is present between the crus cerebri and the tegmentum. I think you can also appreciate it is having convexity which is directed ventrally. This substantia nigra, it extends from lower border of the pons up to the subthalamic region. And this substantia nigra is blackish in color because it consists of the neurons which are rich in melanin. Now the afferent connections are strio-nigral, meaning that coming from corpus striatum, that is to the substantia nigra, and that brings the GABA, GABA. Whereas efferent are the nigrostriatal, and that carries the dopamine, and second are the nigrothalamic. Now whatever is the connection between the substantia nigra, the corpus striatum and the thalamus, they help to bring out the smooth, skillful voluntary movements. Now whenever there is any destruction or damage to the substantia nigra, there will be decreased amount of dopamine, and that will lead to a clinical condition that is called as Parkinsonism. Now in the transverse section at the level of superior colliculus, the most conspicuous feature in the tegmentum is the presence of red nucleus. I think you can better appreciate in this specimen, which is a freshly cut one, and this red nucleus is ovoid mass, neuronal mass, which is about 5 mm in transverse diameter, and that extends from the level of superior colliculus to the subthalamic region. Now this red nucleus is situated, as you can see, just dorsomedial to this substantia nigra. So it is dorsomedial to substantia nigra, and in freshly specimen it appears little bit pinkish in color. It is because it is highly vascular and it's rich iron content. Now the afferent connections are, it is receiving fibers from cerebellum, that is opposite sided cerebellum, and that is mainly dentatorubral fibers. Also from the cerebral cortex, that is from area number 4 and 6, and ipsilateral, that is same sided cortex, and also the pallidorubral. So afferents are cerebellorubral, corticorubral and pallidorubral. Now as far as efferents are concerned, the fibers going from red nucleus, the peculiarity is that they undergo the decussation, and that is called as ventral tegmental decussation of Forel. And these fibers then traverse as rubrospinal, rubrobulbar, rubroreticular, and also go to the subthalamic region. Function of red nucleus is it monitors the cerebellar function on the motor system, that is one, and secondly it forms the alternative path for the pyramidal system, meaning that it is connected to the cortex via corticorubral fibers and it gives connection to the spinal cord as the rubrospinal fibers. So that forms the alternative pathway for the pyramidal system.